Central Standard Time. And yeah, so my name is Carla. You could be watching this from the Call to Awakening Facebook group, or you may be watching it on the Call to Awakening Presents Divine Energy Flow group. Or you could be watching this on YouTube on my channel, which is just Carla Romero Crochet, or the Call to Awakening channel there. If you're whichever one that you watch this from, please go around and subscribe and join the groups. Okay, we're really just trying to get this message across. We have a lot of amazing people that are coming on board with us that we will be sharing, um, especially on the Call to Awakening channels. You know, so yay! I'm glad you're here. Honor you. Of course, we're going to do a tiny bit of a meditation just because, in case anyone had a funky day or a week. So we're going to just breathe. Let's go ahead and just take in a few deep breaths. All right, let's go. And just let it out. A sigh if you need it. You had a stressful day, the sigh really, really helps to get rid of that negative energy. Okay, so let's get another deep breath in. Let it out. Shake it off. Stretch a little bit if you need. Open your heart. Take another deep breath. And then just continue to breathe just nice and slow. Try to just get anything that may have happened throughout this day. Just try to get everything out of your head. It's not needed right now. You don't need to think about anything at all. Let's just be in the present moment. Tonight's topic is, let's see how it's worded. Um, Basically, how to stay aligned, how to stay in alignment when you are dealing with people that may not think like you, or people that are not awakening at the same rate as you, which all of it's fine. There's no judgment. There shouldn't be on anybody's part, but it's just what it is. But um, so staying in alignment through maybe living with people that are not completely thinking like you, which is fine, or just staying in alignment for like all the craziness that's kind of going on in the world and that will continue to go on. So, yeah. So for um, the first piece of this, how to deal with people that are not that may be a little bit, maybe like more on the negative side, or whatever. They're just not completely um, they're just not vibing as high as you. I'll just say that. Neither one is good or bad. Neither one is wrong or right. This is not an ego thing that I'm talking about. This is beyond the ego. Okay, so there's no judgment ever. So I definitely have some experience with this. I'll just say a little bit about like whenever I first had my spiritual awakening, it happened so fast that my family really thought I was losing my mind. And it's just because they were not used to the way that I was acting. They were not used to the positivity. They weren't used to they didn't understand the things I was saying. And I felt the same way when I first heard it. I was like, what? You know, I mean, I went from being brought up Catholic to not even being a Christian. Okay, so that's a big, and that happened within probably a month. It was a huge awakening, and it really stirred me up, but it was exciting at the same time. I really felt like I was in my truth. I felt like finally I had found what was going to be my truth, because everyone can have their own truth. This is all our own. I live in my own universe. You live in your own universe. And so does everyone else. And everything that we see in front of us is just a manifestation of something that we need to look at, that needs to be taught to us, that we need to take something from, learn some kind of lesson. Everyone you see, if someone aggravates you or something, it's because that that is a reflection of you somehow, in some way. There's something in you that needs to see that in that person. And so what you see in that person, you have to try to, I'm not saying you have to try to figure anything out, but I try to figure out what is it that's in me? Why is it that I'm seeing this? Because everything you see in the world um is a reflection of something inside. Okay, so light. And so this is very, very simple. All you have to do is be the light. There's no thing that makes this easier. The the main thing that made it easier for me is allowing them to be where they are and for me to be where I am. And so if there was an argument or some sort of a debate on what I believe or what I'm doing, um, then I would just simply say, that's okay. I believe this, you believe that. This is my truth, that's yours. It's okay. And I don't want to argue about it. All is fine. It's fine just the way it is. Okay? Um, and the more you shine your light, the more you just sit there and shine your light, literally, the more the other people are going to see that and they're going to be like, whoa, this actually is not, this is not a bad thing. Whatever she's got going on is something good. So that's really the only thing that I care about, is that my family knows that I'm into something that's good, something heart centered, something that is service to others, that's helping, not hurting, the planet, the family, the country, the whatever, right? It doesn't matter if they know. I don't care if anyone of my family members or anyone agrees with the way that I live my life. However, you really can't. I mean, life is really good. I'm happy. It's obvious that I'm happy. Um, a lot of things have changed, a lot of behaviors have changed, that I'm pretty sure that they see. And they're all opening their mind just a little bit more each day. It's really fascinating to watch because I'm just shining my light and they are all kind of coming around just a little bit slowly but surely. Um, that is my suggestion for anyone that is sort of having that spiritual awakening and having trouble with any one of their family members, if they don't agree with it or they don't, um, because it could be a pretty big shock. I remember when I told my mom I'm not a Christian, like, she just like she was like, just gasp, like, and I was like, but I love Jesus. I love Buddha, I love Jesus, I love, Shiva, I love all of them. They all had something beautiful to bring to the earth, but regardless, even at that moment, that was not the time for me to tell my mother that. That was the time for me to just say, This is what I believe. This is my truth. This is what's getting me by. And whatever is that for you, please stay doing that because um, it's you. And so, okay. So I hope you get that. Don't overcomplicate things. You are not to be anyone's savior. Like you're not to try to get people to ascend. You're not, unless they ask or unless they get on something like this and watch a video like this, then you are asking for it, right? So don't talk about it unless they ask. Just be about it. Don't talk about it. Just be about it. Be the light. Okay, so that's for friends, family, and that type of thing. Um, it may take some time. They may totally reject you for a while. Mine didn't, thank God. Um, but that wouldn't have changed anything. So, but they'll come around. They'll come around. They'll see what you're doing is not a bad thing. They'll read your posts on Facebook. They'll see how much you've changed. It's all good. Okay, now for um, staying in alignment as the world and all the systems crash right in front of our eyes. I'm in this too. Um, and I have my days. I'm not always in alignment. That's crazy talk. Like no one's always in alignment. But for the most, but I'm very, very aware. So I can bring myself back to alignment when I notice when I have that awareness of I'm out of it, you know. Um, so the thing about everything going on in the world is this. Can you change it? Can we change it? Some things we may be able to change. I see things, I see people resisting mandates and all this and that, which I think we're being called right now to stand in our truth, to have a voice in all of this, all of the things that they're trying to do, that, whether we agree or not, there's some things we're going to agree with and some things we're not. It doesn't really matter. Um, but if there's something that you truly, truly think is wrong, don't want to do, and that then you can see resistance is when you resist something. What's the saying? What you resist persists. So you can resist something without having that resistant energy. Okay. The way you would do that is in your mind, in your body, being in your body, realizing that you're looking at this from a higher perspective, and from a higher perspective, like I always say, all is well. From a higher perspective, this is nothing that we're going through from a higher perspective. Most of the stuff that we're going through, it's just like cycles and stuff like that we don't understand, and we won't ever understand. um Shoot, I forgot what I was saying. I didn't put no notes today because I figured this would just be an easy one. Um, yeah, so the way that you do that without like resisting and putting that resistant energy is the way that your mindset is. So if you are out protesting and you're like, "Argh," and you're mad and you've got all this anger and all this energy that you're putting into that thing, and you're resisting it, it's a bad energy. It's not a bad energy, but it's not going to help. It's not going to help. The way that you can do this is by not stepping in that space with an angry heart, not stepping in that space with a whole bunch of resistance, but stepping in that space with an attitude of, I'm going to speak my mind, I'm going to speak my truth, um, for everyone, for myself, you know. Um, and when you do that with that awareness being a little bit of a higher awareness, then it's a different energetics. um, yeah. So if you cannot control whatever it is, like you cannot probably control the war. I don't watch the news, so I'm completely ignorant to this, but if the war is still going on with the all that in the other countries and all of this that we cannot control, then the only thing that we can do is hold space for the individuals and the trauma that's being played out in these other countries. So we can meditate and pray and we can I mean that really that helps everything, just meditation, prayer, um, sending that loving energy to that part of the world, you know. Um, yeah, I mean that's the bottom line. If you can't control it, then you the best thing to do is to let it go. If you can maybe control it, and if you can come with a state of being that is from a higher frequency, that is from the heart, that is not from anger, then you may be able to make changes or start some sort of a change in a positive direction if you focus on love and focus on the positive and focus on our rights as human beings. So it's all about the energy that you come in with. I'm trying to think, is there any, I'm sorry, I'm trying to see if there's any, we're using a new platform. I'm trying to see if there's any comments. I can't see the comments even though I'm supposed to be able to. Let's see. Hang on one moment, I apologize. All right. If there was comments, then I'll be able to see them in a moment. If not, then let's just lay back and relax. And um, really, I'm going to focus tonight on the heart. Yeah, I'm going to focus on the frequency of the heart. So I'll be sending a lot of energy there. That's basically what the transmission will be is just unconditional love and heart frequency. So lay back. Divine energy flow is something that I created from from other modalities. Just kind of put a bunch of different things together and then put my intuition on top of it, and bam. So um, let's see. Yeah, lay back and relax. We're gonna set an intention. We're gonna call in our guides or any ascended masters or anyone that you pray to. Um, or have contact with, we can call them in. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that now, and we'll get started. First, I'm going to go ahead and cleanse. You can lay down, you can sit up. Just try to make your spine straight. Um, just lighten the sage. Sorry. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cleanse this. So let's just take a deep breath. Kind of put your hands out like this. And just imagine that there's a circle of people. We're all doing this together with you. We're all here together. And you're connected with your hands. Just connect to every person in the circle. Call in all of our guides, guardian angels, and any other ascended masters that you would like to call in. Please do that now. Set this intention that you receive any and all of this transmission that is for your highest evolution and for the evolution of all of humanity. All right, just kind of relax your hands. Try to keep them up in a receiving position. You don't have to if it's not comfortable, but you may, you know, all is good, all is well. The more in tune you become with your energy and the more in tune you become with energies in other spaces that are not necessarily with you now or that you're not in now, the more you'll be able to feel it. You may be able to feel this on your hands since you are connected with the rest of the people that are here and that will be watching this in the future. You may feel a surge of energy through both of your hands because of that. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tap on your right above your heart. There's like a pad right here. Just kind of tap on that. Open your heart big and wide. This does. And just sit back and receive. Clearing out the upper chakras. Put your hand on your heart, like maybe able to feel some sensations in your chest. Okay. Just feeling around in the energy. So, You can either stay here sort of in meditation. I would love to know if you have any questions about what I talked about or about the transmission itself. Um, what are you feeling? What else? How else can I help you? What would you like to do next? What would you like to talk about next? And if you are watching this later, all is well. You'll still receive the transmission as long as you're open to it. And if you um, see this later as well, please comment. But we will look at comments and um, anything that you would like to know more about, or anything that you're confused about, or anything like that about the energy transmission or the um, anything. Please leave a comment. And if you got something out of this, please share it with your friends. Share us with anyone you think that it could help. You know, um, since I do not see any comments, I guess I will go ahead and end this live stream. All right. Hold on. Yeah. All right. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful rest next week, and hope to see you all here on. Okay, good. Hope to see you all here on next Thursday. Um, Remember, leave a comment. Like the video if you did. If you got something out of it, share it with your friends. Share it with anyone who's newly awakened. Share it with anyone who's having the same issues as I talked about. Um, you know, we're doing this. We're on a mission to help the people that are newly awakening. So it's a good stuff coming. So I love you guys. I send you my love, and I honor you for being here and for trusting me and for trusting us. So y'all have a wonderful week. Let's see, I'm not real sure how to close it. Let's see.